Good Morning Miramar, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. right here, right now.
Good morning, Miramar. My name is Danielle Riales, Marketing Coordinator for the City of Miramar's Office of Marketing and Public Relations. Today is March 1st, and happy Women's History Month to everyone out there. We're so excited for today's show. We have a wonderful show planned this morning. First, we will be joined by the Gentlemen of Hip Hop Fly Dance Company members George Casco, Adam Quiros, Chris Cortez, Jesse Magana, and we also have Marince and Nate the Great. They're going to be on the show today to tell us all about their performance this weekend at our Miramar Cultural Center. And we also have a special giveaway going on this morning for their performance as well. So we want you all to call into our show, comment on our live feed. We will also be joined this morning by Mayor Wayne Messam, who's telling us about a few very important events and workshops that are happening here in Miramar. Please be sure, as I said earlier, to comment on our live stream on Facebook or dial into our live broadcast at 1-877-2-MIRAMAR. That's 1-877-264-7262 for your chance to win 2 tickets to see Fly Dance this weekend. The weather for today, Thursday, March 1st, will bring mostly sunny skies. The high temperature will be 84 degrees and the low will be 68. On Friday, March 8th, Dr. Shaniqua Fleming, our fabulous co-host for Beyond Boundaries and founder and CEO of Perfect Solutions Consulting Group, is hosting Leaders Who Lunch at Brimstone Woodfire Grill in Pembroke Gardens. That's happening from noon to 1:30 p.m. It's not just a lunch, it's powerful conversations, dynamic connections, action, and impact. It's a call to higher expression and a demonstration of leadership. Join Dr. Fleming, other visionaries, and thoughtful leaders, as well as brilliant minds who are there to give you food for thought, all while enjoying some great food and inspiring you to take action as well. To register for this event, you can visit drshaniquafleming.com/leaderswholunch. Now, as a reminder, registration is still open for our co-ed flag football league for ages 4 to 14 years old. Those games will begin on March 10th and take place every Saturday until May the 5th. That's happening at Vizcaya Park, located at 14200 Southwest 55th Street in Miramar. Registration for Miramar residents is only $60, but non-residents can register as well. For more information, please call 954-883-6800. And as another reminder, the City of Miramar Spring Camp registration is still open. Spring camps are taking place during Broward County School Spring Break, March 26th through the 30th, from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. This program is going to include a lot of fun activities for your children: sports days, field trips, arts and crafts, and so much more. You can register at any one of our Parks and Recreation facilities here in Miramar: the Vernon E. Hargrave Youth Enrichment Center, Vizcaya Park, Anson Sports Complex, or the Sunset Lakes Community Center during their hours, Monday through Friday, 8 to 9, Saturdays from 9 to 8, and on Sundays from 9 to 5. Space is limited, and we are asking everyone to register early, and if you'd like more information on that, you can visit miramarfl.gov. On Tuesday, March 27th and Wednesday, March 28th, the City of Miramar Public Works, Utilities, and Parks and Recreation teams are inviting all of our residents to a special informational meeting that's going to address questions, comments, or concerns that residents might have regarding our city operations. These operations include traffic control, water treatment, street and sidewalk maintenance, recycling, and parks and recreational activities. This forum is going to provide our city staff an opportunity as well to communicate details with our residents regarding city programs and updates to current and planned capital improvement projects here in Miramar. That first meeting will take place at the Sunset Lakes Community Center Ballroom, which is located at 2801 Southwest 186th Avenue. That's on Tuesday, March 27th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. The second meeting will take place the following day, Wednesday, March 28th, at the Miramar Multi-Service Complex Ballroom, located at 6700 Miramar Parkway, at the same time, 6:30 to 8 p.m. Both meetings are going to share the same information, so you only need to attend one, and we really hope that we would see you there. The City of Miramar would also like to congratulate our winners of the Miramar Day Survey Sweepstakes. We asked all of you at home, as well as our Miramar City employees, to help us select the location of Miramar Day 2018. Our resident winner is Denise Diaz, and our employee winner is Angela Aguiar. We thank you all for your participation, and congratulations to our winners. Please call 954-602 3150 to claim your prizes. We're also inviting all of you to join us on May 19th at Miramar Regional Park for Miramar Day. Come and celebrate the city's 63rd birthday and conquer the world with a variety of international food, fun, and festivities that highlight our diverse community. Now, as everyone might know, March is Women's History Month. So every day that we have a show here in March, we're going to share a moment in women's history. Today we are spotlighting Sybil Ludington. In 1777, 16-year-old Sybil Ludington raced through the night to warn New York patriots that the British were attacking nearby in Danbury, Connecticut, where munitions and supplies for the entire region were being stored in the heat of the Revolutionary War. While Paul Revere gets all the glory for his nighttime rides, her journey took twice the distance and helped troops prepare and repel a British attack. So that's just one moment in women's history, and we hope that you enjoyed that, and we'll be sharing those the rest of this month. Now, without further ado, I'd like to reintroduce our special guests. We have the members of Fly Dance here this morning, and I'm going to give them each an opportunity just to introduce themselves and just tell us a little bit about themselves. So George, you go first, and then we'll just pass the mic on.
My name is Jorge Casco, George Casco, and I'm the executive director for Fly Dance Company.
My name is Chris Cortez, and I'm the director of Fly Dance Company.
My name is Jesse Magana, and I am a principal dancer for Fly Dance Company.
I'm Adam Quiros. I'm the admin director for Fly Dance Company.
My name is Nathaniel Reyna. I am the newest member of Fly Dance Company.
My name is Mertz William. I'm also a principal dancer of Fly Dance Company.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now, we're so excited to have you all performing at our Miramar Cultural Center Arts Park this weekend. The performance is going to be so exciting, and we're really encouraging all of our residents to come out. And as a reminder, we are giving away 2 tickets to this weekend's performance. So if you'd like your chance to win those 2 tickets, you can call us at 1-877-2-MIRAMAR. That's 1-877-264-7262, and we'll be announcing that later on social media today. So before we kind of get into a little bit about the performance, tell us a little bit about what Fly Dance is and kind of the evolution of how it started to where it is now.
So Fly started in 1995 by our founder, Kathy Wood. And what she did, she saw a few guys performing at a street festival. She commented on one of the guys' hair. He had a dreadlock. And they had a conversation and found out that they actually didn't have a place to rehearse and invited them to come over. Then she set a piece with them. Found out that there was a competition going on in town, and it was a piece that she put together with some classical music with street dancers. This was in 1993.
Oh, wow.
And that was the first inception of Fly. And then Fly Dance Company was actually founded in 1995 with her and the original group. And then me and Chris came in shortly right after that with the second generation of Fly. And ever since then, we kind of took over the company. So in from 99 all the way to about 2006, the company was touring all over the world and went quiet for a while. Our director retired, and I ran into Chris, who ran into these guys, and I went to Ms. Wood and I asked her, I was like, hey, I have a group of guys that are super dedicated, and 5 years ago, we signed on with a few agencies. We've been touring around the nation on national tours, and we partnered with the U.S. Embassy. We'll be going to Europe next week, and we started off with 4 dancers, moved up to 6, all the way now we have 10 guys that tour with us. This is our touring group right now is only 6 of us, but all 10 of us are going to be going out to Europe in a couple of weeks.
Amazing. So you all are really just changing the performance when it comes to dance performances. So that's really interesting to share kind of how it moved from back in the late 90s and kind of where you were then to where you are now, and now you're touring internationally. So tell us a little bit, I want to hear from a few of you, kind of a little bit about your personal story with dance, kind of how you got started dancing, and why you're so passionate about what you do now.
Let's start with Jesse. That's a great story.
Well, the way how I started dancing, it was in 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just a student, and Fly Dance Company actually came to my school, and they did a performance there. And at the time, they had an after-school program, which was run by one of our gym teachers there. And she talked with our artistic director, Kathy Wood, and they actually started a program called Fly Kids. So I was one of the Fly Kid members at the time. And I just stuck with dancing. I fell in love with it, and I just started continuing it. And then I ran into George a couple years later, and he actually hired me to be an after-school program dance teacher. So I started doing that for a couple years, and he saw how I was dealing with the kids, and he was like, we're starting this fly dance company. You should come check it out, and join our group. And then from there, I went from being a fly kid to one of the members of the touring group. So it just takes like passion and hard work and dedication, and it's just one of those things that just lines up with your journey.
Amazing.
Chris, you want to talk about a little bit?
Yes. I actually saw Fly Dance Company perform at my middle school. Afterwards, the next year, they started an after-school dance program. I was part of the first hip-hop dance program in Texas. So that's kind of how I actually learned about Fly, and it's been a nice journey.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and actually, I saw Fly when I was 14 too, and I saw my Miller Outdoor Theater, and I remember seeing the guys at local b-boy, what they call them, jams, like underground competitions, and I remember seeing them there, but then I didn't know that they actually performed on stage. So when I saw them on stage, they were just like superheroes to me, and it just blew me away. And I remember just standing there in the audience, just like some of these kids are gonna be coming to our show Saturday. We were just in the audience, just like Jesse was in 5th grade, just standing there. And just my whole life just went, and I was like, I'm going to do that one day. And I was with a group of guys, and they literally fell to the floor. And they're like, you're never going to be in that group. What are you talking about? And I was like, watch, I promise one day I'm going to do it. And 20 years later, we actually own the company now, and we've been pushing Fly for a number of years. I'm just super excited to have these guys a part of my team and the guys that we have at home. And just lets you know that if you put your mind to something, you can achieve anything,
That's a great story. Now, we were talking before the show. So this group is actually based in Houston.
Yes.
So before the show, I asked you to tell us just a little bit about how the hurricane back in September really affected your community and what you've been doing to give back. So if you could just share with us a little bit about what Fly is doing in the Houston community.
Just to see the city go, and it was in shambles. I remember everything was flooded. People were, I remember we were stuck for like a couple of days without having any contact with anybody. The area where we were at were really flooded. A lot of our friends and families lost homes, and all of the school systems were underwater. A lot of the schools had to kind of push back time, and it affected our finances because we couldn't do our after school programs. A lot of our friends and a lot of teachers, a lot of coordinators that we know lost a lot of their homes, and we volunteered a lot of our time in helping rebuild and put up drywall. I know Maurice was at the George R. Brown for a couple of days giving back. Everybody at some point has been affected by it. Luckily, we didn't lose our homes, and our studio was intact. But everyone, you could see the pain in everyone just bouncing back. And the great thing that happened was from such a low, we ended up winning the championship. And it brought everyone's spirits back up. The whole city came out there, so we saw everyone go from the very low to the highest, and it was a really great bonding experience for the whole city.
Absolutely.
So our heart goes out to everybody.
Yes, definitely. And what I love about your programming, you're not just a dance company who's out here just trying to make money and garner, so much fame and recognition that way, but they're really taking the time to give back. And what I loved about your story, Jesse, was really how you were impacted by the original Fly Dance, and you're now giving back the same way that you were impacted, which is amazing. So we're so happy to hear that. Now, tell us a little bit about the style of performance that you guys do. So I know that you call yourselves the Gentlemen of Hip Hop. Why?
Well, actually, that was a name that was given to us by the presenters, and the presenters are the theaters across the country who present you in their town. And what they found out, that dealing with us, we were professionals on and off the dance floor, and at these booking conferences, from APAP to Western Arts Alliance to Arts of Midwest, all the presenters would come up to us and say, you guys are just like the Gentlemen of Hip Hop. So they coined us that. So we took that moniker, and that's how we carry ourselves. And we're a contemporary dance company that has hip hop technique. So a lot of people think that we're just dancing to hip hop music, but we don't. We dance to classical, to Nat King Cole. We dance to anything that is, from doo-wop to Motown, to live sound effects, live drumming, anything that's out the box, and anything that you're expecting, we do the opposite.
And I love that, because people might, just see the word hip hop and think, okay, this is like a hip hop dance performance, and if they don't like hip hop or they're not into hip hop, they might not consider attending. So what would you say to those people who maybe are looking at the word hip hop and say, oh, that's not for me?
Well, the New York Times had an article on us, and they said that we have universal appeal, with wholesome family entertainment, and that's exactly what we are. You can have somebody from 4 years old to 80. We're not going to do any disrespectful, any rude or any lewd movement. We're going to do very aggressive, but very soft and gentle movement, very masculine. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to laugh. You're going to have a really good time. You're going to be sitting there 95% of the time. You'll be laughing. You're like, I didn't expect any of this.
Right.
So you're going to see a little bit of the Marx Brothers mixed with vaudeville, mixed with today, and high energy movement.
Definitely. Anything else that anyone else wanted to share about the Fly Dance experience?
Just bring as many people as you can and expect the unexpected.
Expect the unexpected. I love it. Now, the Fly Dance Company is performing this Saturday. It's at 2 p.m. At the Miramar Cultural Center. So our Miramar Cultural Center is located right here at our City Hall Town Center at 2400 Civic Center Place. And we are still selling tickets. They're located at our box office. You can come visit us on site, or you can check them out online at miramarculturalcenter.org. We want you to get your tickets. We're asking everyone. You don't want to miss this show. It's going to be a great time for the entire family.
Absolutely. We look forward to having everyone there.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much to all of you for coming on the show today, and we hope that you enjoy your stay in sunny South Florida. The weather has been beautiful today, so we're hoping that you guys enjoy, and we're looking forward to having you perform at our Miramar Cultural Center. So we're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we are going to be hearing from Miramar Mayor Wayne Wessam on some upcoming informational sessions and workshops here in Miramar that you'd like to take advantage of. So stay tuned for that.
I'm Miramar Mayor Wayne Wessam, and I am personally inviting you to the Mayor's 3K Walk, Run, Health, and Yoga Fair sponsored by Memorial Healthcare System, Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, Calvary Fellowship in Miramar, Aetna, Miami Dolphins, and Waste Pro. Come on out for a low-impact 3K Walk or Run Saturday, March 17th at 8 a.m., followed by the health fair and yoga sessions. We'll have a kids zone, free health screenings, and yoga classes. I would like to see you there getting fit.
Good morning, Miramar, and welcome back. We are live in the studio with Miramar Mayor Wayne Wessam. Good morning, Mayor Wessam. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well. So we're so excited to be conversating with you today because we have a lot of upcoming events and initiatives that you're pushing out for our residents and community here in the city of Miramar. Tell us a little bit about our first event that's happening this Saturday, March 3rd, the Temporary Protected Assistance event.
Yes, on Saturday at the Multi-Service Center, we are having an event for temporary protective status for many of our communities, particularly the Haitian community, who is faced with a deadline in regards to return to Haiti. There is actually a national push to have the administration to extend that deadline because conditions are not ideal for the return of our Haitian friends who now are faced with the challenge of being forced to have to return to Haiti. Many of them, are just, they're great employees and employers and business owners in our community, and it's just it's a big challenge challenge in regards to being uprooted after contributing so well to our community. But this event is taking place in conjunction with the Haitian Lawyers Association, and the purpose of this event is to be able to assist individuals who need assistance with their paperwork, and how to make preparations and to address compliance issues, and to provide legal advice regarding this circumstance. And with attorneys that will be there, they will be available to translate those who may have barriers in terms of English. There will be Creole-speaking attorneys there to be able to walk them through all of their legal options. And so this service for the community is to be able to provide that resource.
Absolutely, and that is free, happening at our Miramar multi-service complex here in the city of Miramar. That's located at 6700 Miramar Parkway, very centrally located in our city. So anyone who needs that assistance, we definitely encourage them to come out. Now, I know that there's a relation with ICE and this program. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, in the city of Miramar, Miramar is the location for the ICE facility, and that is a department within the Department of Homeland Security. And this location in the city of Miramar is the place where individuals who may be filed and registered under TPS, as well as immigrants in terms of immigration status, they are required to check in at a designated federal facility. In our instance, it's the ICE facility. Okay. Now, there's a really big issue that's taking place in the city of Miramar because of the current administration's new stance and policy towards immigrants in this country. Before, immigrants would have to check in on an annual basis at this facility. The facility obviously accommodated that requirement and that services for immigrants in our community, and because of the geographic nature, Miramar is a South Florida area, so we have individuals coming from as far as Port St. Lucie and as far south as Key West. But with this current administration, immigrants are being forced to check in, every 3 months.
Oh, wow.
And because of that, it has really increased significantly the demand of those services. And we have very long lines outside. The facilities are not set up to handle the queue of immigrants that are waiting for their appointment times. Oftentimes, individuals are out in the elements, so whether it's hot, whether it's raining, they have no shelter, no cover. We have a huge parking and public safety issue out there. The city of Miramar has reached out to our congressional delegation. We have a joint letter from Senator Nelson, Marco Rubio, U.S. Congressman Elsie Hastings, who is our congressman, as well as Congresswomen Frederica Wilson and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, that have sent the letter to the Department of Homeland Security inquiring about these conditions. So we are working collectively to see if we can come up with some solutions, because it's a federal issue in terms of their facility, they're providing the service, but we are the local municipality where this facility is located, and there are many violations to our codes, and it's really a big challenge, and we are working aggressively to try to make humane conditions for the immigrants that are just simply trying to comply with our federal laws.
Wonderful, and thank you, Mayor Messam, for spearheading that effort, because I know that that's been a really big issue here in the city of Miramar. So we're here notifying our residents, just in our community as well, that action is being taken with that. So that's wonderful. Now, there is another workshop happening next week. It's all about PACE. Tell us, what's PACE? What does PACE stand for?
Well, PACE stands for Property Assessed Clean Energy.
Okay.
And it is a state program that allows for alternative funding for rehabilitation of property in our state. And how it works is that there are approved service providers that provides financing to repair your roof. to weatherize your home, replace windows, harden doors, as well as you can even replace your air conditioning unit and install solar panels in your home. And the financing is not based on your income or your job. It's basically based on the equity that is in your property.
Oh, wow.
And the reason why it's called an assessed program is because the way residents and property owners repay the loan is through their property taxes. So it's an assessment to your property taxes, and they have various funding terms, whether it's 10 years, 20 years, in which you can pay back the financing for these repairs. The City of Miramar does have a grant program that's funded by the federal government. It's popularly known as CDBG funding, Community Development Block Grant funding we receive from the federal government. But the funding is very limited. As well as not only is it limited, it does not meet the demands of our community. So about 3 years ago, I proposed to bring the PACE program to the City of Miramar, which it passed by our City Commission. And now we have 4 service providers that provide the funding for this program. The City of Miramar does not endorse one provider over the other, but all 4 will be present on March 8th, which is next Thursday at the Multi-Service Complex located at 6700 Miramar Parkway. And that workshop is for residents to be able to ask questions.
Yes.
There's, like any industry, you have good and you have bad, and we want our residents to be able to separate fact from fiction and to be able to ascertain and determine if this funding alternative is appropriate for them and meet their needs. But not only is it available for our property owners, we also have information for our construction community. We want to engage the construction community so that they can be qualified or pre-qualified vendors in this program, because this is an economic development opportunity for our city. Last year alone, the PACE program actually completed $9 million of projects within the City of Miramar. And the more of our local businesses that can participate in the program, the better it is for our economy and the better it is for our community. So we're really excited about this program to be able to get information out to the population.
Yes, and that is next week on March the 8th.
Yes,
from
at 6 o'clock, and it's a totally free program.
Yes, and we're inviting property owners as well as contractors and those in the construction community out so they can get that information. Yes. We think it's very important. Now, moving on to another event, it sounds like a lot of fun, the 3K Run, Walk, and Health Fair that you are hosting here in the City of Miramar, and that's a free event. Tell us about that.
Yes, this event is one of my favorite events that, that my office puts on every year, and the 3K Run, Walk, Health Fair. We also provide yoga as well. It's really the theme and the purpose of this program is to introduce fitness to the City of Miramar. Those who may follow me on social media, I always use the tag Miramar Fit. I want Miramar to be the fittest city in the country. And regardless of your health or your physical condition, a 3K is just a little over 2 miles. You don't have to be in shape. You can walk it, you can run it. You can bring your pets, you can bring your kids in strollers, and we're expecting a large crowd. And it's an event where we're in partnership with Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, Memorial Hospital Miramar, the Miami Dolphins, Aetna, Waste Pro, the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and the Links and the 100 Black Men. We have so many vendors that will be there. We have cooking demonstrations, we have free health screenings, we have fitness, we have yoga, we even have belly dancing that takes place there, and it's really, really cool. And the thing about it is you get to participate. You don't sit and watch the demonstrators. We get everyone involved, and it's just a really fun event. And this year we have Chef Irie, who will be doing the cooking demonstrations to show our residents how to cook healthy and make it taste great. So we're really excited about this event. It's on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, which is Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. We look forward to seeing everyone in the community, and to make it even more fun, wear your favorite St. Patrick's Day green to the event.
Yes, yes. And we're inviting everyone to that. And what's great about this health fair is a lot of these run walks, you have to pay to participate, but this one's totally free, which we love.
Yes, and it's right at our beautiful town center. We will have healthy foods, and it's just a great atmosphere. We have live music. It's a great event for the kids. There's rock climbing, face painting. You can take pictures. But we definitely have a lot of health care providers that will be there. If you want to get information on chiropractic services, or if you want to meet a doctor or a dentist or a health clinic, they all will be here. There will be vendors that will sell goods, fresh juices, fruits, you name it, it will be here. And we're just really excited about this event.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for putting this on for our community, Mayor Messam, and thank you for sharing all of this information. We hope that you all found this helpful, and of course, if you have any questions, you can always visit our website, miramarfl.gov, and you can like us on social media at City of Miramar on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and we'd love to answer your questions there as well. Thank you again for tuning into this portion of Good Morning Miramar. Remember, we are live every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m., and remember, it's right here in Miramar. Have a good day. Bye-bye.